increased the hack radius for the EMP objectives. We added some new loot crates throughout the space. We saw a number of notes about legendary, and we fixed an issue there where only one enemy type was spawning. And we also reduced the number of directives for the legendary floors. And then on the floor 100, we fixed the issue with the enemies shooting through the walls, and also with you being able to finish
Eine schlechte Auflösung, der Typ.
killing them. And so that was the stuff that we did for phase 2. And then, you know, similar sort of thing, after watching people play phase 2, we've been working on adjustments for TU11. And so for TU11, you'll see that we've added a couple more objectives. We've also adjusted the frequency of certain objectives appearing based off the feedback and data. Like some weren't occurring enough, and so you'll see those happen a bit more. The new drone ambush objective, we've adjusted the balance of that, so it hopefully should be a better challenge. For legendary, which we saw a lot of people streaming, we've made rogue agent encounters available during the legendary floors of the summit, which is pretty cool, because those have not been available during the DC strongholds of legendary, and that'll stay the case. It'll only happen on the legendary floors of the summit where you can encounter rogues. And also for legendary, we've added
Erzählt alle Fehlerbehebungen auf, die sie bis jetzt gemacht haben.
Occasionally you'll see some unusual and challenging combinations of enemy archetypes. And so, you know, you might see all 3 types of the Warhounds, which is kind of terrifying. Or you might see, like, you know, there's a lot of really fun combinations there. I don't want to spoil them all, but it should add a bit of extra challenge and variety there. And also for legendary, we've turned off the ambush, because that would have, you know, a faction that wasn't legendary occurring on those floors, which doesn't really align with the design of the legendary. And then we also have some fixes for the summit. So we fixed a bunch of covers throughout numerous sections of the summit, because we've seen, you know, places where that
erzählen jetzt quasi nur, was sie alles gefixt haben.
We've adjusted the placement of the laptop interactions in a number of places, because, you know, we've seen some issues with that, and those should be resolved now. We've seen some issues with, you know, you not being able to open up the door, and we fixed a number of those as well. And we saw a video of the 100th floor enemies appearing underneath the grounds, which was really weird, but we've managed to fix that one as well. And then one last thing, which I know we saw a lot in the PTS feedback, and, you know, should hopefully be a crowd pleaser, is that we're unlocking the rally points up to 51 by default on TU11. And so what that means is that if you prefer to play the harder difficulties, when you start the summit experience, you can start from floor 51, and you don't need to play the floors below that.
That's awesome. That's
yes,
a really great change. Nice.
Also man kann schon mit einer höheren Schwierigkeitsgrad anfangen, man muss nicht von ganz unten anfangen. Yes!
And already, in a very short space of time in a development sense, a lot of those changes have been made.
Yep.
I imagine that once it gets out to even more people, because the PTS is still a subset of the community, and as more feedback comes in, that you'll be working hard on continuing to support it. Are there already ideas that you have? I mean, you don't have to go into details, but like...
Yes, I won't go into details, but for 11.1, which is a update we already announced that'll come after T11, we have seen the community feedback about the difficulties.
Sprechen Sie darüber, wie Sie auf das Feedback von der Community eingehen.
We are working on and evaluating changes to each of these. And so I just want to make that really clear that we hear the feedback there. We really want to help build this experience into something that you know, players will enjoy, and, you know, fulfills that fantasy of climbing from floor 1 to 100 with you know, customized challenge and rewards that fit you. And so we're working on that.
Entschuldigt für alle, die jetzt neu einschalten oder schon dabei sind. Es ist ein bisschen stressig gelaufen. Ich muss sagen, ich war nicht ganz vorbereitet. Hat noch was zu tun.
Even once the summit is out, the PTS isn't just the only time to give feedback. Make sure it keeps coming.
Also das PDS soll ja sein, damit man Feedback bekommt. Sie bedanken sich schon mal dafür. Kann man so sagen. Haben Sie mit mir Arbeit.
head over to the trailer that was shown at the UB4 Summit because it's really cool. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Also links nehmen die Kamera von links, der hat echt Probleme mit der.
We will see you in just a couple of minutes.
So, der neue Trailer. Sehen wir den auch nochmal. Hundert Etagen gilt es zu erklimmen. Und am 22. geht es los. Fangen wir mit Etage 1 an. Ab zur Etage 19. Ab zu 26. Ab zu 32. Ab zu 38. Oh, 43. Agent 3 ist down. Agent 2 ist down. Agent 1 ist down. Climb, die and repeat. Steig auf, sterbe und wiederhole es. Warteschlangenmusik. Und wieder bei der 41. 74. Wieder bei der 71. Und nochmal. The higher you climb together. Habe ich nicht verstanden. Can you make the top 100? Und dann kommt noch Kelly College, ein neues Event, Nightmare. Das kommt dann am Ende des Jahres.
Sorry, just turn my microphone back on. Yannick, do you want me to show your special, beautiful face?
Ach, es geht nicht nur mir so, dass ich mein Mikrofon vergesse anzumachen.
Until you see me. You don't have to. That's fine.
That's right. We have the real deal here. This is
exactly
good stuff.
I might be able to remember that speech just out of memory because I had to do it a few times.
All right. Did you see anything in chat that you wanted to talk about? I mean, we've given most of the details already, but Mackenzie, was there something?
Yes. I just wanted to clarify some things that I saw for the rogue agent encounters. Those can happen on every difficulty from hard to legendary. So I saw someone ask if they happen on heroic, which they will. I also saw someone ask about checkpointing, and you do always have a checkpoint before a rogue agent encounter, so that if you die, you don't lose any progress. As far as progression works,
wenn die Hunter kommen, die Rogue Agents kommen und man stirbt, dann verliert man nicht seinen Fortschritt. Ja, ich versuche zu übersetzen. Einfach, aber ich kann nur das übersetzen, was auch wirklich Inhalt hat. Deswegen kurz einen Moment. Also wenn du von den Hunter getötet wirst im Hochhaus, dann startest du an derselben Etage nochmal, aber dann ohne.
And then I saw a question about directives, and one thing I kind of really wanted to emphasize is, for 11.1, we are looking at changes to the directives because we've heard the feedback on that. But until then, you can play a set of floors without directives, and you can just keep on playing that set. So if you really like challenge with no directives, then you can just play floors 21 to 30 on repeats. Like once you get to the end boss on 30, you will be able to interact with the elevator and go back down to 21 and just keep on playing that same set without directives. You really only need to play floors with directives once when you're trying to get up to floor 100.
Also wenn man ohne Direktiven spielen möchte, dann muss man Level 21, also Etage 21 bis 41, dann kann man wieder runter bis 21, kann wieder bis 41 kämpfen, kann man wieder runter bis 21, kann wieder bis 41 kämpfen. Ab 41 gibt es wohl Direktive. Eine Random Direktive.
So Favors is asking first, like the mods are going to be generic, correct? Yes, that is correct. So as a reminder, with TU11, all the gear mods are going to be generic and agnostic, which means you can put utility mods, damage mods, or anything you want in there. And then goes on and asks, will the resistance mod values be increased as previously stated, or has that changed? This has changed, actually, based on PTS. We've decided to actually revert that change and keep the resistance values as they were pre-TU11, because this had some impact on the metas that we were not really happy with. So expect no change, basically, on the resistance values.
Also es wird dann wirklich diese Mods geben, die in allen Slots reingehen. Also man kann dann die Ausrüstung Mod-Slots belegen mit Schaden, mit Widerstand gegen irgendwas oder mit gelben Fertigkeiten-Mods. Egal welcher Mod-Slot das bis jetzt ist, man kann dann alle benutzen. Also Brust, Maske, Rucksack.
That shouldn't happen when TU11 comes out. And then the last one I had was, sorry, I forgot the name. But anyway, would it be possible to have the global events make you feel powerful? And actually, that's a fun question, because there's a series of changes that come with TU11 that we haven't really talked much about, which is related to global event modifiers. And we actually went through the 3 initial global events, so Polarity Switch, Reanimated, and Guardian. And we've made some pretty drastic changes there in terms of how they work. So expect that, yes, when those come out, the modifiers will actually, basically we've taken away a lot of the negative effect and kept mostly the positive. So in order to make sure that when a global event happens, you want to have the modifier on and you want to play with it, because it's going to be
Also sie ändern auch die globalen Events.
So it's going to make you feel more powerful.
Die sollen jetzt mehr powerful sein, also mehr
before we head off, I mean, we're not heading off just yet. We've got a few things to get through, but the PTS that's happening right now is closing on Friday. So if there are tests that you want to do and things you want to give feedback on, you'll need to get into the PTS to try out those things before it closes on Friday. So that's September 18th. Again, huge thank you to everyone who's been involved and given feedback. We really appreciate it. It really does. I mean, like all of the changes.
Danke nochmal, dass alle bei dem PTS mitgemacht haben. Am Freitag endet er.
To all of your feedback. So thank you very much. TU11 is going to release next week on September 22nd. That's a Tuesday, which is you'll have access to the summit and season 3. We talked a little bit about Baden Schäfer before, but I didn't show you.
Baden Schäfer kommt nächste Woche als Manhunt.
Of the target that you'll be hunting down in season 3.
Da ist er.
Baden Schäfer,
Der Typ.
the Black Tusk leader, is obviously going to be a big proponent of season 3. He's recruited 4 agents to form a new rogue cell, and you'll have to do the thing, get rid of him, and it's going to be, I think, pretty cool. Like Yannick said before, there's some more narrative stuff in there that people will find very interesting. So lots to sink your teeth into with season 3.
Hey Lars, schönen Abend, sagt der René. Hallöchen, René.
The first Manhunt target will become immediately available on September 22nd. So, there you go. It also means that this is the last week for Season 2. Oh, last week, but it actually finishes on Monday. So, September 21st. You will need to take down all of the 5 targets to unlock that healing trap as well. So, if you haven't done that yet, you will want to go and do that. Oh, that's loud. And it's the wrong aspect ratio, but you know what it is.
Wow.
Why is that aspect ratio off? Anyway.
Just if I can, I see the PvP crowd that's asking about PvP news. We have some PvP balancing changes that are coming with TU11. Unfortunately, Bruce couldn't make it, so he would have been the perfect one to go through them. But if you want to know more, you can look at the PTS notes, and they are listed there. And there might be a few more tweaks following PTS feedback. So as soon as we have the patch notes, you will find out more.
Also wird auch PvP-Änderungen geben. Die kann man auf dem PTS Notes sehen. Aber das sind Änderungen, die sind im Marginal. Geht's eigentlich grundsätzlich mal um Änderungen.
To unlock it through gameplay. I don't have details on that yet, but there will be other opportunities. Correct, Yannick?
Oh, sorry, say that again. I was reading chat.
There will be future opportunities to get the healing trap through gameplay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Great. Mackenzie, what was you wanted to say?
Yes. It was about Summit stuff. So I saw some questions about the targeted loot for that. When it launches in T11, it's going to be a single targeted loot for the whole Summit, as it was in the PTS, but we've heard the feedback on that, and we are working on adjustments to that for 11.1.
Okay.
So, yes.
Yeah, we'll communicate those once we have a bit more info on that. Someone was also asking about the Season 3 skill variant. There's it's another trap one, and it's like an explodey. I can't remember the actual name. I think of it like the proximity mine from GoldenEye.
I think it's called the Shrapnel Trap.
Shrapnel Trap. Yes, correct.
Yes.
And so that one should be cool. Sorry?
Another thing coming with the update next Tuesday is there's 2 new directives that are also coming.
2 neue Direktiven sollen
I don't know
kommen.
if we want to spoil them quite yet, but you know, that's another thing that a lot of people get excited about that's coming as well. New challenges with directives.
Nice. Very cool. Someone said that was a spoiler for Season 3. No, we showed last week the Shrapnel Trap. I remember Bruce talking about it. Am I drunk? That happened, right?
No, I remember that.
Yes.
2 weeks ago, and it was okay. All right, I'm not going crazy.
It was on the PTS.
All right. Whew. Okay. I want to head over to some of the agent highlights for this week because we have some really cool stuff.
So, wir sind gleich am Ende, also es ist nicht mehr viel.
We have a cosplay.
Dann mache ich kurz Pause und dann können wir Gameplay spielen.
56.
Agent Highlights.
I love the nod. I'm going to call that a nod to Failau with the eye patch. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Failau fan.
I'm sure after months of combat, a lot of division agents end up having eye patches.
Yes. Very cool. So head over to Twitter and follow JHCL56 for more of that awesome cosplay. There's also this other one from Sergey Gopnik. I think that's how I'm going to split it. It's all caps. It's really hard. This awesome hunter piece. Very, very cool. Particularly
Ja, das sieht echt cool aus.
Very, very well done. Super dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. Nice. That's really cool. That mask is dope.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was.
Ich hätte gerne eine Fledermausmaske und einen Regencape.
Well, yeah, George.
Aber ich meine, Wünsche werden nicht erfüllt.
Okay, if you want to send in more agent highlight stuff, George is always scouring the internet for more of that, and he likes when you send those in. So hashtag agent highlights. If you have something you want to share, it doesn't have to be cosplay, it doesn't have to be art. We've had all sorts of crazy stuff. We've had birthday cakes. I think there's been some birthday cakes. We've had custom painted fingernails. Yannick, can you remember any of the, more out of the box ones?
We've had figurines as well.
Figurines.
So that was pretty cool.
We've obviously had some Division themed music. So please go ahead, surprise George with your most out of the box Division themed ones.
Das habe ich jetzt auch nicht verstanden.
I'm waiting. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see some stuff. Oh, we've had like those miniature figures. Those are really cool.
Das Outfit sieht geil aus, ja.
So, I'm a big fan. Anything else you want to address before we head off today, guys?
I saw a question about the directives thing that I mentioned real quickly. It's going to function the same way as it did for Season 2, where 2 new directives come in and 2 old ones go out. So it's still a total of 5 that you'll be able to select for missions and stuff. And
ich wollte meine dicke Katze hier hinten durch den Monitor durch. What the fuck?
The summit, for the PTS, those are staying the same. So these are just the ones that you can select for missions and other things like that.
Die dicke Katze.
Nice. Yannick, anything else from you?
No, I just see the PvP community pointing out that I am talking about balancing changes and they're asking for content. So yeah, I'm sorry, we don't have any new PvP content for TU11, no new map or no new game modes, but yes, we hear that.
Great. I didn't get a response from Bruce.
Also, sie arbeiten wohl an PvP-Modis. Mal gucken.
Just yet.
Wir sehen mal das PvP-Balancen.
Then that is going to be all for today. I do want to say we always end the show with some Division 2 photos, so hashtag the Division 2 photos on Twitter, and we get awesome stuff. There's a lot of repeating names, which I love personally. So like this week we've got Morgan Creed, we've got Alucard Freak, Ash Station. I've seen all these names before. Born Diesel, of course. Hey man. We've got Caffeinated WC. That's fantastic.
Meine Katze hat Hunger. Wir müssen eh gleich eine Pause machen. Aber die quatschen eh bloß noch Blödsinn, ne?
Kimchi Traveler, maybe new. M88 Gaming. We've got Melly Dark Eyes. That's a name I see pop up a lot. Natalie Aussie. Hi, I know you're in chat. I saw your name before. We've also got Neonescent VP, Rapier17, Slavo257, Taladir as well. But I would urge other people, if you are taking photos in the game, there is the super cool photo mode in Division 2. Please share them with us. So hashtag the Division 2 photos on Twitter, and we would love to see more of your pictures in there. So that's this week. There's a lot of repeating names I see in chat who have seen pictures from in before.
Also, ich brauche mal einen neuen Schwanz hier, einen neuen Bart.
Is my other half. Oh, that's super cute.
Hallo.
I love that. So say hi from us. Neonescent saying, do what Hamish says. Yes, I am your boss, and you must take pictures and send them. And you will do it at no cost.
Hello.
Because I don't have any money to give you. So that's a great deal. Okay, thanks everyone for coming by today. Yannick and Mackenzie.
What kind of boss are you?
I'm the worst boss. Just ask Ella and George. I'm the worst.
Oh, man.
Thanks for coming by today. Again, everyone, TU11 comes out next week on the 22nd of September. We have the summit going in there. We've got all the changes with TU11. There's a lot of cool stuff. So enjoy it and let us know what you think. And we will see you again very soon. All right.
Also, das war's jetzt. Und im Prinzip haben sie nicht viel gesagt. Also, wir sehen uns dann gleich wieder. Ich werde mal meinen Stream kurz beenden. Wir werden kurz die Katzen füttern. Und dann werden wir uns hier wiedersehen. Und dann spielen wir einfach eine Runde Gameplay. Viel Spaß haben. Ich habe nur mal kurz reingeguckt mit euch, weil es gerade anfing. Ja. Sonst hätte ich es wahrscheinlich eh verpasst. Und falls ihr Lust habt, dann schaltet gleich wieder ein. Sagen wir mal so in 25 Minuten, 18 Uhr, kurz nach 18 Uhr bin ich wieder da. Ja, da würde ich mich sehr freuen. Haut rein, bis gleich.
Yes, we dance.